you do your... Oh, there it is. Killer bass tone, by the way.
Filming if you want to jump on that track.
Oh, I know. It was so fun to record. I would have done a few things differently, but it came out really good. I would love to hear Metallica cover this and Megadeth cover this.
The same, they're both one in the same almost, right?
Yes. And this part. Oh, no. Okay, we already used it twice. Solo.
And we are back with the Bakersfield Underground, The Bug, and you just heard the brand new track by our broskies, Traxter, Powers Will Be, and I got the physical album over here too, man. This is dope as fuck right here.
Autographed.
We autographed by all the band members as well, and we've been waiting over 30 years. About 30 years for this album, which we're going to get to the story, the full story.
That's a whole story.
Hell yeah, it is, man. So hell yeah. T, welcome back to the Bug, the Bakersfield Underground. T, is this your third appearance, fourth appearance? I want to see who's breaking the record so far. This is probably your third appearance or some shit.
I think it's a third. The first one was at Haberfeld.
Yeah.
That was more like a
more serious.
Well, no,
That's when you had chocolate in your lip.
a lot.
Yeah.
We just talked about all my bands and a lot more Bakersfield history.
Lions Named Leo. You covered several bands. Yeah,
B.O.B.,
Traxter was one of them.
REO, and then the second one was more about the band because we were in the works of this.
Oh yeah, you went a full hour and a half hyping this album.
Hyping it because
I'm like, you don't have a song for us to play. You're like, nope.
No.
But
crazy how it came together. There's stories.
Yeah.
I'm getting magazines writing me and metal websites writing me wanting the history, and it's been crazy ever since it's 30. Actually, I did the math. It was 33 years. Which is kind of
from 1992, right? But let's start from the beginning. 1987 is when Traxter first joined, right?
Was when I first met Rob,
the
bass player, at a little nonprofit thing for helping unwed mothers, and I was helping with the sound or something, and we just happened to be there together. I had a striped shirt on. He asked me about striped shirt, and I go, "Oh yeah," and he had, "You like Striper? You ever heard of Striper?" They were like Christian metal band. I go, yeah, I really like them.
Striper.
Remember Striper?
Yeah, that's
they're
still
Michael's still doing stuff. And I go, yeah, I sing and play guitar. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, no, I do. And then so we met, and then that's how, and then it morphed from that lineup. The guitar player left. We got a couple other, and then we found Leo, and then the original drummer left. We found Darren. And that morphed, and we just kept going. We won a couple Battle of the Bands locally. In fact, got signed. And I think we talked about the whole label.
Yeah, we did. It was we did.
Not a good label and all that stuff. And
we talked about the whole label. I mean, Mike, you already know about getting screwed over by a label. We've covered all of that before.
Been there.
Yeah.
Which it happens and shit. You know, T, before we continue on with your story, I forgot. Go ahead and plug your social media, the artist formerly known as T.
Oh, actually.
Over here, that's you right there.
Oh, yeah. Actually.
Change it up.
Our psycho friends at Facebook screwed that one all up, so I had to...
You had to redo another one, that's true.
It's just T. Steven now, but I honestly, the best way to get my attention, what I check every day, and I'm getting back to is email. Good old Gmail, email. I have an Instagram and a Facebook, but it's kind of the side thing. I always go right to my email first. It's just Trace. TEETHETRACE, TheTrace at gmail.com. I know you're going to have to actually write that down. It's not a link. But just put attention T about podcasts or whatever. And then I can branch out to T, Just Jesus on Instagram, and then T Steven on Facebook. And then Kathy, Rob's wife, set up Traxter. I think it's just Traxter on Facebook.
There you go.
So there's just one for that band, which has been getting more traffic lately, and we're just, excited. And I'm doing a lot of pictures with the people with the CD. I said some of those. It's been so fun.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that too. And,
what happened with I signed a limited contract with actual legit record label, Rox Records.
Hey, shout out Rox Records. R-O-double-R, yeah.
Yes, ROXXrecords.com. And they sent a check, and then they sent us 30 CDs just for us to have.
That's dope.
So we had a signing party, which I sent Henry
which
pictures
we're
of.
going to be posting pictures throughout this episode right here.
And we could actually got the guys together, and we did that, and it was really cool. We signed them. So
love that right here.
These are like collectibles now. I
mean,
10 year or a year from now, I'm sure some person that's not very ethical will have these online for sale for like $10,000 or something.
Hell yeah.
Because there are only 30 of them. And then Rob got 3, and then he picked up 5 more. I think Leonard got 2 or 3. Darren took 1. But I've been selling them, and then I gave a couple away, and they're supposed to pay me back or whatever. And,
hell yeah.
Yeah, so...
this is dope right here, though, man. There's nothing like something you could hold on to. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is dope. You can display this. Physical copy. I'm still, I'm a fan of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is dope. I remember, okay, so you sent me an image of the original art cover, which changed throughout. You know what I mean? There was about 2 or 3 different art covers. It was somewhat similar, but it did change a little bit for this album.
No.
This has always been the one.
Leonard came up with that.
All right.
What happened was originally... we were talking about artwork and all that, and the layout. And I've done this so many times, and I told the guys in an email. I said, I don't really care. I know whatever Leonard does, it's going to be fine. So I kind of left it there. And he's a Photoshop guy. He does all that. He did.
He messes around with everything.
He's good. He's
hell
good.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
If he ever answers his phone, I could get him business, but he's not a phone guy. So then he wrote me and said, "Hey, dude, I really, really want your feedback or what you think of this artwork." And nobody had asked me. And Darren said, "Well, you said you didn't care." I said, "Well, now he's asking me." I didn't care for it because I thought it was kind of dark and kind of like too metally, too fire.
So that wasn't your style?
No, it wasn't my thing.
Okay, all right.
I made myself, and I came up with like 3 other ideas. Rock the Race with this really badass looking,
which was the album release
guy running, and it looked cool because our first cassette way back in 87, 88 was Rock in Race, and it was just a set of eyes with the little guy running because Traxter means a race runner. And so, but Rock the Race, and now it's 33 years later. And then Love and Freedom was one, and then Immortal. So Leo kind of did a little artwork, but we had to get some decisions made. So we had a meeting, and I said my opinion, and we all voted, and they said, well, we kind of like, let's just go with that. This is what
it's going to be. Yeah, pretty much. All right.
And the same with the mixes.
All right, so let's go back a little bit. You mentioned Rock and Race, right, which was released in 1991.
No, Rock and Race was the first cassette.
All right.
Way
God
back.
Damn, your history's all fucked up over here then, man. It says right here, 1991, the band released their debut project, Rock and Race.
91, well, maybe it was around there.
Okay. But from 87 to 91, you released something.
We had a cassette, and then we got signed to that one label, and then he did a whole nother artwork, and it was kind of like the Just Say No. It was like this big demon, funky creature thing, and a guy going through the door. I had no say-so over the artwork or the recording thing.
Yeah.
We talked about that, and they just did it. And I was young, and I was like, oh, I guess so. And the band didn't know what was going on, and I'm like, all right. And I read the contract, and they were trying to screw me out of the copyrights. And so it was Just Say No was one of their tracks they wanted to push on that particular thing. So that was the actual album that had a label, and the cassette was just a little local thing. There's some people that still have it. I've gotten written before, like email or Facebook. Dude, I still have that first cassette.
So rocking out to it, huh?
Wow. Really? Because it's not a very good recording, and it's just a little, back then.
So, hey, Mike, when you release 2 albums, so how do you go about, do you have everybody agree with the album cover, or how does that work as a band?
Yeah, no, we pretty much... We just went with the flow. Like, we picked the Scully was the first, was the logo.
The logo. Yeah,
Scully was the first one, and we just kept that, dude, and we just rolled with that, and that just became
which
like
is pretty cool.
Emblem now, you know. What I mean? The next one,
it changed a little bit,
just a little bit, but it's basically Skull, Bones, and Guns, right?
Yeah, pretty much. All right,
and we all. I mean, nobody really argued about
everybody was pretty much cool.
Pretty much cool. Yeah.
Fucking all right.
It was really easy. You know?
Damn, okay, I guess because I would be pretty picky with my album cover. If I'm part of a band, I guess I have a say or some shit.
Yeah, and I didn't argue at all. I said whatever he comes up with is going to be fine. But he asked me.
You're going to give him you're a very opinionated person. So
you asked me my opinion, and I'm honestly, if I wasn't, and I look at things with everything, I just step back and go, okay, if I'm not a part of this, religion, politics, people get so weird about politics and stuff because they're engrossed in it. And religion, they're engrossed in it. You have to step out of it like you're another life form and just observe it. So to me, it was like, that's the artwork or whatever, the topic is. Just look at it for what it is, and then I just made my thing, and I laid it out from my experience, that kind of thing, the darkness and because I know what the metal scene is. There's a lot of skulls and darkness, and all that. And to me,
that's the look of it.
When I think of Traxter, a race runner, more of a positive, progressive metal, I don't equate it with darkness and fire.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I equate it with energy and moving forward and power.
So
and that was just my opinion. But
Of course.
They were like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Majority votes, pretty much.
And there were some things in the mixes.
Yeah.
And the way we went about doing it. I have 20 years experience engineering and producing. I'm not just a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, exactly.
I worked Logic. So when we went in, sonically, I was like, yeah, we should use real amps. Real amps in a room cranked up. And we should do it this way, and we should tune to D standard in 432 hertz because, just don't question me. And, blah, blah, blah. But
I know what I'm doing type shit.
Yeah.
I don't question the art. You don't question this.
I got
There you go.
20-something years, and dude,
Yeah.
I know what works.
Yeah.
I know where we're going. I know what the end product's already going to be. And I can tell you right now, that is the end product of a digital world, and I can totally hear the difference. Is it good? Is it okay? Yeah, I've had long time music. Oh, dude, that production is awesome. Is it the way I would have it? No. So we had to come.
It takes like the dirt and the grunge out of the music, the new digital age. Right?
I agree with that.
It does change.
There's something about in a room with a guitar and that
Yeah, it takes that
feedback,
the dirt out of it.
Yeah. And I mean, you can clean it up in a computer and all that, but
why would you want to do that?
If you're plugged into a computer and you're using this processed sound, and I was told, dude, they got the amp simulator sound down and you can't tell the difference. I'm like, yeah, I can.
Yeah, you can.
I totally can.
Yeah.
Now, the bass tone, I must say, that he used Tonex on it, that was impressive. But I can still feel that it's not organic.
It's
but
digitized.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
But you can hear it. You got that ear where you can hear it. Yeah.
That's because when you've been listening to music so long, you know what I mean? And you know that somewhere along the line, as you get older, somewhere along the line, that shit changed, and you pushed it on the people, the new digitized age, and you're like, dude, what happened to this old dirt fucking rock?
Yeah,
Like this old shit that just sounds dirty and wants to blow up my speakers, right?
But even with that, there's newer bands that I A-B'd to that I know for a fact use real amps and real in the now, and you can hear it. I can feel it. I can name the band right now, but
you're already used to that.
I was looking for it, going, I don't know, Nickelback or something. This whatever. There's a bunch
of Nickelback,
all bands.
But I mean, you hear that I wrapped around. I mean, it's like wow. I looked up how they did it, dude. They had 8 amplifiers.
Yeah.
Different brands, and the guy ran through a box that split it, and then they recorded all 8 amplifiers. That's how they got that big, huge, and there's just something to that, man. There's something
that's
to
crazy.
that.
That's interesting.
And then the drums, Darren did a great job on the drums, which
all right, so you're skipping through a lot of story, okay?
I know, yeah.
So Rocket Race gets released, right? The following year, you guys gather back up to work on what was the beginning stages of this album in 1992, am I right? Around that
kind of. Rock and Race was the cassette.
Yeah.
Just Say No.
There was another one in between.
The album.
Yeah.
The one that Label did. I think it was just JSN, and it was like the Creature. I don't think it was it called Rock and Race? I'd have to look at it again. I can't remember. All I know is a monster and the Just Say No, and the guy had it painted. All they did was take the reel-to-reel that we made at a little church back studio room out on Olive Drive.
I remember you were talking about that before.
They got me up to Sacramento with Darren, and I just redid the vocals. Tesla had just left the studio, and I went in and and I thought we were going to redo it. We talked about that. Anyway, they just redid that, which was okay. It was better, but it wasn't what I wanted at all. But so then that hit, and then we ended up parting ways over.
Oh, that's what I wanted to get to.
We parted ways. So in between the release of that and when we left, when Rob actually left the band first, that started a cascade because I was looking for another singer and this and that, and then Leonard left, and then me and Darren went to. I started Uncle Max, and then we went to the Smoking Armadillos, and he ended up staying with the Smoking Armadillo, blah, 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 blah.
So this album wasn't worked on when all the original Traxter members were there?
No, the original...
Okay, we got to fix this history you got going on over here.
The original members were Danny and Anthony, the first group.
The core group,
Then he left, the guitar player, then Anthony left, then we got Leonard and Darren, then we were that Traxter, and then... after the album came out, we were playing shows, and we went up to like Marysville, and we had some Nashville. They gave us a little thing to Nashville. Went out, played a big showcase, and then when we split up. But in that time frame, I was still writing.
Yeah.
We were practicing doing our set, but I'm like, hey, I got this new stuff. And all we did was set up a couple microphones in the room.
Oh, okay.
So it was just a quick little demo so I could have the idea. So we ended up breaking up. I go on, do all this band stuff and move in the studio. I don't know what happened to these cassettes, whatever. Leonard ended up having these after all these years. So he's really biting it and kept talking to Rob. And Derek, hey, dude, we can get together. Let's make these, from the demo. Well, I don't know what T's doing. And
when did this happen?
that happened like a year or two ago.
A year. Okay, so now
he
the
was
wheels
already,
are turning right here now. Okay.
Leonard said he'd been like praying about it and just really wanted to have him talking to Darren and Rob about it. And they were like, I don't know, dude. That's a lot of, la, la, la. And then we had a meeting, and I'm like, all right, let me hear what you have. And he sent me, they had stemmed it out in a computer. It was really rough. But you could hear the song, so we built. It's like Frankenstein. We just took what we could and wrote it to a click track, and Darren did the drums, and then Leonard did the guitar, and we built all of that new stuff from those old demos,
from the original recordings. Yeah, that's fucking interesting.
It was
that
really,
he held on to this.
He had them
for many years.
All these years. So songs when they first sent it to me.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want.
I was just listening and going, what is this?
Okay, so you didn't remember that?
What
you
is
had
that song? I don't. Wait,
that's interesting.
Did I write? And Darren's all like, "Yeah, dude, don't you remember in the studio?" I go, kind of, dude. 33 years later,
30
you know
years,
how many
yeah.
songs I've written since then?
Yeah.
I even took a couple of the riff ideas. Now I kind of remember in Uncle Max, and we had incorporated some of the riffs. I think Cold in Hell and Power Will Be, and I dabbled with them in other bands because they were just good riffs. But I moved on and went, I did rock and reggae stuff and funk and
a lot had
country,
gone on during that time.
And different bands.
Yeah.
And then I was doing movies and doing sound, and then I got into engineering
crazy,
and all this. So when I first heard, I just was sitting there staring at it, going,
"Who is this person?
What in the hell?" And then I had to do all the work of like my parts and go, "Oh wow, what was I singing there?" Because they're muffled. The lyrics weren't clear because it was just a couple. So I had to sit there and, okay, what am I saying? And
what makes sense?
Yeah. And I had to pull key. Like there was one on there. Can't Run, Can't Hide was originally called Take Heed, and we kind of went back and forth with the name. Then the name of the album became Take Heed.
Yeah.
But then we went with Can't Run, Can't Hide. But I literally had to rewrite those lyrics from. I had about 20% of the meat from the demo. And what I did was I just used the key words that I could make out, and then I got the concept of what I was trying to say.
That's cool,
and
right
then
there,
I just built on
Fill
that.
in blanks, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, what if I went with that, that makes sense. And then I sent it to the guys. I go, hey, this is, and they were like, oh, dude, totally works. All right, cool. And
that's dope right there.
That's what kind of kept me going was their enthusiasm.
But isn't that cool though that you can get some recordings from 30 years ago and listen to it? Like that'll be cool, huh?
Yeah, dude. I listened to some of my stuff when I was like 22, and I still got like maybe 3 or 4 recordings from back in those days, and I'm like, dang, this is just crazy.
It's crazy, huh?
Jesus. There's stuff I lost too. Yeah. There's them even before Traxter.
Yeah, me too. We lost a lot of my drummer Travis D. That dude, he used to record all of our stuff on a little 8-track. So we had tapes. We had cases of tapes.
Look at that.
And somehow throughout the years, he somehow lost them, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Man.
And we had stacks of them, and I was like, man, we had some good shit on there too. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
My first one was a front-loaded 4-track.
Yeah.
Tascam 4-track. That was the first thing I had.
A 4-track.
Yep. Man. And then I used my other guitar player's 8-track one for Uncle Max stuff. We did a whole album on that. And then my dad bought me the 12-track Akai.
Nice.
Remember the old Akai front load? It took a VCR looking tape. It was reel to reel. I did so much music on that, bro.
Dang,
like,
that's dope.
There's songs that I don't even know, like Uncle Max tunes. I used to record other bands to make some extra money. only charged like $10 an hour or something. Crazy at East 21st, that famous studio. Man.
Was that difficult to work with that kind of equipment? Because now you could just chop things up in the computer. It's easy, right? But working with
it was much more real and organic because I had a big board with 12 ins and 12 outs, and you had punch in, punch out.
It was actually easier.
Really? Yeah, it was kind of easier, but you couldn't do the magic you can do with the computers now.
Yeah, because there's so much you could do now, obviously, right?
Yeah,
you were limited. You were limited, but it was easy. You know?
But it was like punch in.
Music,
okay,
though, huh?
do that one part. I'm going to punch in right before the solo, and then punch you out.
Yeah.
And then you listen to it and go, okay, but you couldn't do all like the EQing and the doubling and the effects and all that. That was that was what they call in post. You'd have to run it through. That's like when I went to that studio in Sacramento.
Yeah.
In that day, all the stuff that's in the computer tower now was in a wall, dude, of effects. A wall. Like your wall.
Yeah,
I went in the booth and I'm like, and he had reverb unit and an echo and a blah, blah. And you had to patch that shit into the board and then run your stuff through, and all that's history.
So what would happen if you messed up? Let's say somebody messed up a note, or the singer didn't get it right.
Well, if you're recording all at the same time,
start over.
You were hoping that one guy was tracked separately. So if you're you're recording live, and everything was mic'd, and let's say that guy messed up a vocal, you could go back and just punch in that vocal, and hopefully,
if you're lucky,
it wouldn't bleed over, you could kind of fix it, but. It's like, dude,
it would bleed over probably.
Yeah. Then you have that. So if you could do that, but if the band had to really know their shit, I mean, either your stuff, or you go home and practice to a click, whatever you got to do, and nail it, or you would track. So you'd lay a click or something, or the bass and the drums would record at the same time. Maybe with the singer kind of mouthing the word. Now, okay, you got the drums, and then you would stack a guitar, and then you would stack. So there was different ways.
Is that the best way of doing it? Or
there's no best way, really.
Do you ever have like when you were recording other bands, or you guys always go to a click?
That again, it varies from.
That throws a lot of people off too,
band
huh?
to band.
Believe it or not, it's for like our band. Like we can't do that shit. Like Scotty cannot.
But it's not just your band. It's a lot of bands that we hear the same story.
Everybody's
so
different.
Crazy,
yeah. Some drummers just
prefer that
I want to give me a feel. I want that feel.
Yeah.
And then there's people like, no, I want to click for sure.
Just to stay on beat.
Just to stay, and they play around the click,
Because a lot of times, when like music gets softer, people tend to slow down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be like, you got softer and you got to stay on beat. You know what I mean? So that's...
It's up to the artist. Yeah. Everybody's different. And nowadays, I would say about 90% is done to a click.
Yeah.
Or because it's so computerized, and
a lot of people go to
there's no like freestyle jazz. I mean, there's freestyle jazz.
It's like
stuff.
organic.
Where just the guy here just play that, and they just kind of go and they feel it, and they boo, but I would say most music nowadays is
go to a click. Yeah,
goes to some kind of click, and again, it depends on the music. Totally depends on.
Yeah.
If you're doing freestyle jazz, you don't want to fucking click. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, of course. It changes the whole thing.
You hang on notes, you get up beats.
Exactly. You doing hip hop, it's a click. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Basic rock and roll, it's pretty much.
Basically everything you hear on the radio nowadays.
It's too polished.
I would say, to that.
So tell me, okay, you start working on this album right here. At what point are you like, hey, man, we got something here now? Like, we still got it. This is sounding what I was hearing, what I'm trying to come to
I
put
would
out.
say the first meeting that we had.
All right.
We went to Darren's, and those three had been talking, and they're like, well, we need to see where T's head's at with this thing. So I went over there, and they, we talked about the demo and this and that. And at first I was like, no, this is just way too much. And then I was like, you know what? Okay, let me hear what, and we got a free studio. So it didn't cost us anything.
Oh, nice.
Our own time, Darren had access to, and Leonard had access to two different recording setups. So it was like, all right. And they're like, look, we can do this, and we track, and then you come over and do this, and then Rob can come over and do that, and we'll just keep working at it. And boom. I'm like, you know what? And then the more I listened to the demo, I'm like, okay, to me, they're all really good. In fact, one guy wrote me,
all of them were good,
long-time music fan, I met up at the bank, and he said, dude, I want one. I'll buy it. I don't care. And where are you? I'll come get it. And I took a picture. His name's Mark George, and he listened to it, called me a couple days. He goes, dude, this fucking album is like,
every single track,
it sounds like something progressive metal now would put out. And I can't believe this shit's 33 years old.
That's crazy, man.
Because it sounds like
crazy.
a fresh new metal band that just came out.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that was like, wow, bro. Like,
this is dope.
Music is so timeless like that, though, you know?
So since the last time you came on the show, right? You hyped the hell out of this album.
Yeah.
Right? And when you send me I think you sent me an early copy of it, right? Was it you who sent me an early copy?
I don't know.
I think
I
through email.
By.
No, not. It was through email.
Was it?
I think you were sending me like a track,
streaming or whatever.
Yeah. It was before it got released.
Maybe.
And dude, I was like, wow, this album is really fucking good.
I think so. Yeah.
So I'm glad that we get to share it with everybody over here now. You know what I mean? So let's listen to the album. I'm tired of talking about it. Let's listen to this fucking album, okay? So hell yeah, man. So Traxter Take Heat is available right now on all streaming platforms. Go ahead and check it out. The first song we got over here is Can't Run, Can't Hide. What can you tell me about this dope ass track right here?
That lick's really fun to play. This is the song that we were going back and forth with the name.
Yeah.
Because it was called Take Heat.
Take Heat, originally.
And it was like, that'd be a better album name. And then the chorus is Can't Run, Can't Hide. So we went with that.
It's the perfect intro for this album right here. Sets the mood.
Yeah. That was Darren and me's choice. We kind of went, well, out of all these, if we were a record label, you know, and they're play us your best song. We don't care. That one.
Oh, hell yeah. This is you on vocals over here, huh?
Yep.
And you still sound fucking hella good, man. Your voice is like right there.
I've settled into my voice out over the years, yeah. I wish I could have spent a little more time on the vocals. I would have produced the vocals a little bit hotter, maybe, but they're there. And it's funny, the people that know about the first album, if you know that one, my voice is completely different.
Really?
Yeah, we had one guy write, and he was bagging on it. On Rock's record, they put out one, and the guy's like, this isn't Traxter, that's not even the original member, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I wrote the guy, go, dude, this is T, that's me singing. I don't sing like that anymore, because I put my voice, and I grew into my voice. I'm 33 years later, I'm a baritone, bro. I was trying to be something, at the early Traxter days, I was trying to be something I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was pushing my voice because I wanted to be like the metal bands of the day.
Yeah.
And I hadn't found myself yet. I was still working through that. So, you know, people, haters will be haters.
So yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah.
This was Darren's little ad. He changed the little solo thing with. You hear the two different solo on the demo and what I did then or now. I picked all the little tasty parts. Because on the first one I was so young and full of like, you know, I try to keep these solos a little more melodic and flowy kind of.
Oh, this sounds perfect on the headphones, man.
Yeah. Sounds good. I tell everybody, please listen to it on good headphones. Don't play it on your phone.
Yeah.
It's like watching a 48 max movie with full surround sound on a 2-inch screen with a phone sound. Don't even. Listen real close here. That's all the little stuff you
Fuck,
won't hear.
hell
Little
yeah.
screams in the background.
Yeah, for real,
And then
yeah.
really light in the background. I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I go, red rum. Red rum.
That's fucking hella cool
in the
right
background. No one will ever hear.
Hey, that's the perfect track to open up the album and shit. That shit fucking goes hard
Well, like
right
I
there.
said,
man.
me and Darren, Darren played with the Smoking Armadillos
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like years. And
Yeah.
he got in with all the labels, kind of saw how the big picture worked and all that. And he goes, dude, they don't care about you. They don't care about your artistic whatever. They say,
Shit.
play us what you would think is your best song. And as an artist, that's hard to do. You're like, well, I like that. And they shut up. Marketing. And we talked back and forth. And the reason that one got it was that lick in the beginning is very unique. Very few guitar players even know what I'm doing there, and it just sounds like a bumblebee, like
It's memorable, yeah.
It's like, what is that? That grabs you right away,
Yeah.
and then you got the dunk, and he goes, that's that first 15, 30 seconds grabs you. Now all this the other songs are good and all that, but he was thinking like a label.
Yeah, right.
And I've been in the record label seat too, so I'm like, you're right. And that's the one.
Right.
And
Hell yeah.
I encourage every band. I know it's hard to do. I was just listening to Catbox.
Oh, yeah.
Hi,
Shout out
Catbox.
Catbox, yeah.
Love you guys. I was listening to Tragic Prince.
Shout out to them, too.
Because of
yeah.
this show, I heard it. I highly encourage you to think, best song, what's the hook, and all bands.
That's some
all
good
bands.
advice right there, though,
Yeah,
for real,
yeah.
for real. I like that Traxter is a completely different sound than your other band, Lion's Name Leo, right?
Absolutely.
Because those are more like party songs, punk, you know what I mean? A little bit of that.
Well, you got, again,
Alternative
it's
type shit, but
33 years.
different, yes.
After Traxter, I went into Uncle Max, which was a mainstream cover band. And that we did 12, 11 sets, per night. We played at the old Chateau Basque in different places, made pretty good money, but we'd throw in like 3 originals every set. And people started, hey, dude, what's that one song you got? Oh, that's our song. Oh, play that, So that kind of
got a
grew.
variety, yeah.
And my writing kept progressing. And then I was in Graffiti Sunset, I wrote guitar stuff with. And then an old band, Baco band, Minto Buru, was like rock reggae. I really got into the reggae thing for a long time. I love a good reggae.
Yeah, hell
and it
yeah.
was so easy for me because I can get high and just go, what chords are there? Got it. When do I solo?
That's a
All
break right there.
I would play like all night. It's like, it was fun.
Yeah, that's fucking
and so
hella
all
cool.
those influences came.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
B.O.B.
For sure.
started out of that. And then that was more like rock, funk. I mixed a lot of things together with that. We had a really good run, 3 or 4 CDs. We played the Whiskey and the Roxy and all that stuff. And then different cover bands. And then Lion's Name Leo kind of formed out of one of my cover bands called Jukebox. And we had done a gig, and we used to throw studio parties down at East 21st in Union, the old buildings there. And hey, my birthday's coming up. You want to do something? August 3rd, and the singer goes, my birthday's August 3rd. I'm like, no way.
Shit.
And then the guitar player, or the drummer's like, my birthday's August 12th. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. The bass player's, my birthday's August 16th. Or what? We're all Leos.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's
We
where it
did
came
not
from,
know
yeah.
that. We'd been playing together,
That's crazy.
doing originals and covers, and Joe played horn and sang, so we had something a little different. And so that's when the idea of a lion band kind of came up, and I spent about a week just kicking names around. And so we went out for a little bit. We were Jukebox, a.k.a. Lion's Name Leo, but that confused people, so we actually changed our whole
Just
name
change it up.
to
Hell yeah.
Lion's Name Leo.
Which Lion's Name Leo is available also. Check it out, man. Those are cool ass party songs
Yeah,
right there. I love that.
A lot of fun songs.
Hell yeah. But let's continue with the Traxter tracks over here. The
Right
next
on.
one I got over here is Game of Life.
Game of Life.
Another dope ass song.
Reminds me, I told Darren it's like us riding horses in the Old West because of the beat, like right here. Does that gallop thing?
That motorcycle riding.
Motorcycle riding.
Yeah.
Kind of simple chords, bass, and a little harmonized. That's like a guitar with like 3 levels of high and a sub octave. Oops.
Nice.
Fun workout music too.
It is. Hell yeah. Get your blood pumping right here. That you include the lyrics over here on the album right here. That's fucking dope, man. I love all this right here.
A lot of work.
Hell yeah.
Then there were some misprints and we had to go back and forth. And
Oh, really?
I think they're all right now. Still misspelled my name once on it, but
Oh man.
I like this little. It's an off time we did right here. It's like a triplet over, and then it goes back. Then we added some high stuff here on the break. Again, kept the solos more tasty, a little more modern, little effect there. Then I gotta give it up for Darren, man, because he had 3 back surgeries.
Oh man, he's over here rocking onto this right
he
here.
played drums on that. That was the last.
Imagine that.
Yeah, 3 back surgery, and he pulled. And this was the last one that Leonard was. He's like, dude, you gotta do one more. There was only 5 at first, and he somehow made it through this one.
Man, he's over here double bassing it, man. Whoa.
Big props, Darren. I mean,
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. This is not easy right here to play.
He was playing drop beat country for like 13 years.
Oh, really? And then he got back into this.
Smoke on Armadillo.
Yeah, different. A whole other different, yeah.
You know,
Different drum patterns, yeah. Once again, this whole album, this just like, dude, it just keeps going, man. Like you only got like maybe like one slow song, pretty much. Everything else is just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
This is dope, right? I love this though.
I mean, playing this album live would probably be fucking hard to get through, right? Like playing this live.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love that you captured that sound though. You know what I mean? This is dope right here.
A lot of work. It's and several people that when are you gonna play live? I'm like,
It's hard.
we're 60, bro. That's 20-year-old music. You know what I mean? Like 60, 20. Now I'm down
Just
to
buy
find
the album.
I'm down to find some young cats that are full of piss and vinegar.
Oh,
and
man,
they
hell
love it.
yeah.
They want to cover the album. I'm like,
Hey, that'll be dope.
Traxter 2. I don't
Hell
care.
yeah. Hey, you got to jump
You know?
on one of those songs at least.
Yeah,
At least.
I highly encourage you. If a young
This
man
is
hears
dope right
any
here.
of my music and wants to cover it, I'm like, where do I sign? Here, go ahead.
Hell yeah, man.
Give
What
me-
do you
give
think
me-
so far, Mike?
I mean,
How you thinking
it's,
this?
it's very full of it's very
It's fucking
energetic.
dope,
That's what I
huh?
was thinking. I was, man, I'll be tired playing that shit. You know what I mean? Because I get tired. Because we keep ours kind of high energy too, and man, I get tired, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's there, man.
Well, in the day, we used to practice. In fact, other bands were just blown away because we would practice 3 to 4 nights a week, 4 to 6 hours a night. Because we didn't drink, we didn't do drugs. We got there.
You were focused.
We were worked during the day, and we went, and then we do our warm ups. I had the practices all kind of segmented. We do warm ups for so long, and then vocalizes for all the backup. We'd practice our okay. Let's work on it. Set a click, repeat it. Then we'd play the whole set. Take 10-minute break. do warm-ups again, practice the whole set.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And we
man.
didn't
Hell
just
yeah.
stand there and play. I said, there's 10,000 people in front of us. We'd put mirrors and we'd play like we were playing live.
Yeah.
And then we'd have new music time.
How would you feel about putting those mirrors now, and you guys would be like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
What happened?
What did he say?
Turn back the time machine.
The next one I got over here is the Captain.
The Captain.
Hell yeah.
That's a cool lick.
song. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was very different than the demo. The demo was all over the place, timing-wise.
Really?
Yep. And then there's a rare live video of us that I have a copy of that we played it. And we were, oh my God, we were all over. We did it, but it was like, wow. Darren did a really good job and got a good solid click. Oh, and this one has some really cool dual solo stuff. It's really where Leonard and me work together, and it really stands out.
This song right here, was it one of the original recordings also?
As far as being on the demo stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, it was really rough, but it was a little better recording than Tiki or Cameron and I and a couple other. I don't know what we did, but this one we must have had like maybe 3 or 4 mics around because I could hear the vocal better. I could hear, so it was a little easier to build it from it, and then we pretty much kept it the same.
Nice,
as far as I know.
Hey, you gotta send me those demos, man. I want to hear those.
Oh man,
And 30-year-old
I
demos.
ever want people to hear that stuff. It was
That's cool though, especially knowing the songs now though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you could hear us talking in between.
That's cool,
It's
though.
like, it's a trip, dude. It's like Twilight Zone. 33 years later.
Nostalgic, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh
That's
my
cool, though,
gosh,
man.
dude, listen. And I forgot, like I said, I didn't even know they existed. They were just out there in a box. Here's the dual solo stuff. Yeah, Leonard was really proud of this. He's like, eat your heart out, Metallic and Striper. We do rhythm or harmony solos too.
This is dope right here.
Yeah.
So I do remember when you first were hyping this album out, right? We got 2 more songs over here. And I remember that you were hyping it up, man. I couldn't wait for this album to come out, man. And damn, did you guys deliver. You guys delivered on this album for real.
It was a lot of work. It was 8. I think me and Darren were talking. I said, how long until like when we first had that meeting to when it was done and we were listening to the mixes and making our final notes? It's probably about 8 or 9 months from when they started recording. And it was Darren and Leonard first at the Garden Room studio where they did a lot, drums and tracked everything. And then when we started building. So it was like,
Hell yeah.
8 or 9 months. A lot of work.
That's a lot of but it's worth it.
Yeah,
it was way
worth
yeah.
it.
The next one I got over here is Cold in Hell. What can you tell me about this track right here?
It's groove metal, I guess. Got compared to a lot of early. Somebody said like George Lynch Mob, Dawkins, Crew. I don't know. This is one that I brought over into Uncle Max. It just, I know we covered it, but I don't remember how long we did it, but it was just a fun song, and it was, cool lyrics, and it could be taken multiple different ways. There's, like, the Captain obviously is, more about, we were Christian progressive metal.
Yeah,
so it was like more about like Jesus and the Captain and all that stuff, because I was kind of into that. And that whole thing, but this was this could be taken different ways.
Yeah, this is dope right here though, man.
It's groovy.
Hell yeah.
I like the backups. Another one I really like the bass on. Even though it's a digital Tonex, but it's just got a good round, full tone.
I like tracks like these right here too, man. This is fucking dope right here. This album right here sounds so good on your car speakers too, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the sound is just great right here.
Yeah. And I've got feedback from like long-time professional musicians that were like, this is great production, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like, so,
dope.
yeah. Darren did a good job. He produced it, engineered it, and spent a lot of time on it. Used Pro Tools. I don't know what level of Pro Tools.
Oh, yeah.
And
you get all that done?
He got, you guys probably don't know who Josh Graham is. He was the rhythm guitar singer for Smoking Armadillos, also a master Pro Tools.
Oh, man.
He's a master. Like, went to school for it, and he came over to Darren to listen to it.
That was dope.
And he gave him, like, dude.
Hell yeah.
This is way beyond
quality production.
Way beyond demo level. This is radio ready.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, we're really proud of it.
Sounds really good, man.
Hell yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go on radio right now. Like, yep.
Hell yeah. And we got the last track over here that I have to end the album is Freedom. What can you tell me about Freedom? Because you're ending it in a big way. You even got the prelude and everything.
Did you hear the prelude?
Yeah.
We gotta give a little shout out to the prelude thing.
Hell yeah.
It comes on. Well, I don't know if you can play that.
Yeah. The prelude. Yeah. It's like
It's
a minute
just
long.
a little.
Yeah.
But Darren had the whole concept idea about it, and I liked it, but I thought there's a cool little thing on the demo that we did. That we were doing these chords and it faded up into, you'd have to hear the demo, but I don't know how we did it, but it's like we're jamming this stuff and it fades and fades and then it builds and then the drums kick in, and I thought it'd be cool to sample that, but he found some, obviously some
more to add to it. Yeah.
And I had a bunch of ideas, and I go, well, what about that? And then I thought, well, you know what, dude? Just you got it. You got this idea. Just go with it. And so he made that all by himself. He just
that's dope right there. Yeah.
Leonard came in, did a little guitar, but it's about freedom, and the song talking about our basic freedoms and America and all that. So America, right here. But he did a good job, and it's really nice and kind of flows right into
to build up the final track. Yeah, hell yeah, I like that.
I think Ronald Reagan's in there. I think Martin Luther King. I think
those who had the most to lose.
JFK.
Did the least to prevent
Oh, that's
Ronald Reagan. Yeah, but then it goes right into that. But yeah, I had a bunch. He goes, dude, I need samples of people talking about freedom. So I'm like, that one and that, and we were overwhelmed, and I'm like, just do what you want to do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
what a great way to end the album, though, man. This is dope right here.
It's really
in
fun
a big
song.
way.
Really good song too. I did. Basic, kind of just right. Metal, simple. Got some really cool dual solo stuff. I had an idea to fly in violins, and maybe make the guitar like a violin later in this breakdown part. But and I like, for some reason, the vocal production. To me, this one stands out. It just sounds more. Maybe I was warmed up better, or I'm ready, or it might be the key. This is an E, and the other ones are an A and F sharp. And then
why was this song chosen to be the last one?
I don't know.
I mean, it just fits there perfectly,
we went back and forth. Basically, it was up to me and Darren, because Rob and Leonard were like, yeah, whatever. And so we kind of kicked ideas. We were definitely settled on Can't Run, Can't Hide mainly because that guitar lick and that first riff, it just grabs you. But I don't know, I think it's a nice order. I think the order worked out really well.
Hell yeah, this is dope right here.
I would add more choir effect right here.
Ah, yeah, I see it.
Bigger sound right here. More voices. I just like, personally, I like, this is my best vocal performance on the whole album. I think.
Really? Okay, yeah,
I
it
just
is
like
pretty good.
I
The
like
whole album was good,
I
actually.
just like the meat of my voice here. It's
Hell
just,
yeah.
and this is the one with the, well, you'll hear it. We do the regular guitar solo, which is cool. And again, if you heard the demo and then what I did with this, you'd be like, oh. Now I hear, so one guitar and the bass, right? And then the harmony will kick in. And then we go into this whole other section. There's the two guitars. Iron Maiden, you know?
Yeah,
Here we
this is
go.
dope right here, man.
Two guitar, total Iron Maiden riffy kind of.
This is dope right here, man.
Yeah.
Just remember, Traxter Take Heat is available on all streaming platforms
That's
right
right.
now. Go ahead and check it out. We just gave you a little preview of it right
Yeah.
now, man. But this is dope as fuck right here, man.
Thank you, bro.
T, thank you
you.
very much
Yeah.
for bringing this
Good
over
being
here to
here.
the show, man. This was really cool. Mike, what'd you think about it,
Dude,
man?
that's a headbanging shit.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
That show make you speed on the freeway, bro. It will,
This is dope right here.
If officer pulls you over, why are you speeding? I got fucking Traxter playing, bro. You gotta let me go. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Freedom.
That is hilarious, man. T, thank you very much for coming
Hey,
on the show, man. It's
awesome.
always a
Thank you.
pleasure to have you over here.
And again, I want to give a shout out to.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Catbox.
Cat Box,
And
yeah.
Tragic
Prince, yeah.
and that other new band I think is hilarious right now. That's big is Angeline D. Polianing.
I'm gonna have to check them
Have
out.
you
Yeah.
seen them? You've seen them. They're all over the internet. They wear the big heads with the
All
long,
right.
and they
I'm
play
gonna
like
have to check that
no,
out.
you
Yeah,
haven't heard 'em
I
yet?
know, I haven't.
Yeah, they came out and they do live and they do this thing and they chant before. They're just goofy as hell. Rick Beato talks about them. They're a French group or something, but it's just two. It's like White Stripes.
That's cool.
Ah,
And they
okay.
wear this thing. I thought for sure you'd
Simple
heard
but
of them.
good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check 'em out. Yeah.
I can't. I'm saying the name wrong, but they're
We'll
like
look 'em
French
up, yeah.
anyway. But yeah,
Yeah,
thank
but-
you.
but
Thank
go
you.
ahead and
guys.
plug social media, man. Where can we find you at on social media?
Mainly for Traxter, it's just Facebook. Traxter. Traxter. You can write there, and then yeah, I think my Facebook is working. It's just T Steven TeeSteven. But I mainly use email. But if you really want to get my attention, because you can send me stuff, I can send you pictures, and we can connect out from there. T the Trace TheTrace at Gmail, and just say, "Hi T, what's up?" and whatever you want to say in all capital letters, because I get a lot. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
anytime, day or night, I don't care. I would give my phone number out, but he says
Don't.
that's not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that here, man. Email is
1-800,
fine.
you don't get it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Hell yeah, but T, it's a pleasure to have you over
Yeah.
here on the show once again, man.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
Thank
man,
you.
for real. And we'll catch you guys on the next one, man.
Thanks
See
to the
ya.
bug. Thanks to the bug.
Peace out.
Yeah.